Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariya. This channel is about spirituality. Please subscribe below so we can be YouTube friends. This is my video about the portal of 12/12, December 12th, 2025. Very unique portal, very unique energies. Probably not something that we have seen in some time. And so much more powerful by the fact that it is the last portal of this calendar year, of the 9-year cycle. So it is just all around a very, very wholesome date. So in this video, we're going to talk about what are the unique energies streaming down from the cosmos to planet Earth for all of us people to use and leverage on December 12th. Why this is a very unique portal, why it is a one-of-a-kind opportunity, like a door that's about to close, why I love it so much. Not an easy portal, by the way, not like pink rainbows and fluffy unicorns, but a really, really potent portal. And I hope that all of you take advantage of that. So in this video, we're going to dissect the energies of the day. What are we setting up for? Like, what is the universe setting up for? How to best move through the energies, how to take full advantage of the portal, how to work with it, all of that and more in this video. Let's go. Oh, before we dive in, you guys, if you haven't heard that I am hosting an event in Sedona in March of 2026, you are missing out. It's going to be my only confirmed in-person event next year. There may be more. I don't know yet. I'm doing this in accordance with my spirit guides. They tell me to jump, I jump. So Sedona is it. I love Sedona. It is one of the most amazing portals in the United States. It's a portal land. It's a shamanic land. It is a magical land. The activations that I personally get in Sedona are like next level, you guys. Next level. It's one of my favorite places to go back to. This event is going to be right around the spring equinox. The spring equinox, which means kind of the energies and the land, by the way, dictate the healing that we're all are going to embark on. It's a 2-day event, March 18th and March 19th. Hard to say what the size of the group is going to be. It's going to be bigger than my traditional, call it Glastonbury events, but it's still going to be a cozy enough group that it's going to feel, in a way, personalized to you because my events are all channeled. I'm a healer, I'm a channel, as you guys know. And so I tune into the energies of the group. I don't pre-plan anything. Like, I know what spirit wants to deliver, but then I'm in full surrender to the event. So the event is called Rebirth, the portal of becoming. So we are all going to come to Sedona to be reborn. Spring equinox is the time to do it because it is the balancing between light and shadow, right? So we're going to work day one. We're going to work on your shadow aspects, all the things that are holding you back, all the things that you did not even know were holding you back. There are so much in the blind spot zone for you. I'm going to do group readings. You're going to get exactly what is holding you back. Day 2 is activation day. That is when you connect to your spirit guides, get the guidance, get the clarity, get the purpose, and just get fully pumped for what's to come. And all of that in a span of 2 days. You guys, it's going to be magical. It's going to be the biggest event I've ever had. Not going to lie. It's a big upgrade for me, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait. The land of Sedona is the perfect cradle for this kind of transformation. I hope to see you there. We're going to leave the details in the bio. Not in the bio, gosh, in the description section. We're not on Instagram. What am I talking about? And you guys, I hope to see you there. Okay. Are you ready to talk about the 12/12 portal? You guys, very often when we talk about portals, they're like massively activating and like all of these gifts and stuff. Woo! 12/12 is something else. When I dissect the energies, obviously we look at every single number that's in the day, the month, and the year. So 12 and 12, we have 2 12s, right? 12 is always a completion of something. Like 12 is a full circle. We're coming full circle, you guys. 12 signs of the zodiac, 12 months in the year. I mean, originally, there were 13 months because we were on a lunar calendar, but who's counting? 12 plus 1 is also a very, very magical number for the universe. I mean, I don't know. Think about Jesus and the 12 disciples. The disciples were 12. Jesus was the 13th. Either way, 12 is a completion of something. We have 2 of those, right? So that's pretty interesting. If you look at the energy, like 1 plus 2 equals 3, that's a fast-moving divine child energy, right? So we're being reborn into something else on top of everything. Of course, we have the 9, which is, again, another completion of the cycle, the 9-year cycle in numerology. And when we add all of this together, we get a 6. Well, 15, and then it boils down to a 6. So it's the energies of the 6. Really, the portal is in the energies of the 6. 6 is the most karmic number that I know. What is so special about the portal of 1212? You guys, as we're stepping into the next 9 years of our lives, there is stuff that is holding us back, specifically patterns that are so core to us, negative patterns in this case, that we've always been this way, or we were born this way, and we don't see ourselves being any other way, or it's really hard for us to imagine being any other way. And yet those things, those are the energies, the patterns, the templates that are holding us back. So the portal of 1212 gives us a chance, an opportunity to finally be released. It is a massive liberation portal. It is the portal where literally they're showing me chunks of like shackles falling away from people. That is, if you're willing and if you're ready to do the work, if you're ready to do the meditations, it can happen for you. It's not just going to happen out of nowhere. So the codes that are streaming down from the cosmos are the codes of liberation. And specifically, they're going to liberate you from your own patterns of lack, your own patterns of smallness, your own patterns of inner critic, your own patterns of self-sabotage, your own patterns of playing it small, being unseen, etc. There are all of these patterns that are coming up for us. And what they're showing me is that for each one and every one of you, there are 3 main problematic patterns that you have been running. And again, they're very core to you. And these patterns could have been born from large and traumatic events. But there are these, call them stumbling blocks. These are the things that you always stumble upon. I don't know, for instance, you had a really, really challenging relationship with your mother. And so that everything that has to do with femininity, including your own, you have a problem with. So maybe you have been running on masculine energies all of these years. Or maybe you have had a pattern of being bullied in school or in kindergarten or what have you. And that made you like put on a mask and pretend, play a game of pretend and not really show your true face to the people. Maybe that's your negative pattern. Maybe it is the inner critic that's trying to keep you safe and keeping you a perfectionist because you're so afraid to fail. Whatever that is, right? We each and every one of us have at least 3, and these 3 major ones. You guys, I've been doing these portal videos for quite some time. I've been connecting to the energies for way longer, since my awakening back in, 2018, was it? It's been a while, you guys. I was counting. And I've yet to, I don't remember seeing a portal that is for this specific thing that is as potent as this one. It's like next level. It's like God the Almighty. It's like Source is coming down to snatch people away from the claws of the devil. Pardon all of this like religious analogies, but that's how it feels. And by the way, 15 is the arcana of the devil. That's also one of the energies of the portal. So we're talking like some deep things that are holding you back. And by the way, these are the things that you are aware of. Right? Some energies are so much in the background and so much in the blind spot that you have no idea that they are even present in your life. This is not it. This portal is it comes to help you deal with issues that you are aware of. You know they're real and they have been a problem for you. It's just you've never may have seen a way out. First things first, how do you leverage the energies of the day? First things first, you have to get clear on what are the 3 problematic areas. What are the 3 issues that you're even dealing with? Here is a visualization that I would want to offer you. By the way, if you want me to guide you through this experience, obviously I have made a meditation on the One Mother app, my meditation app. I guide you through this experience. It's a pretty intense journey in the best of ways. So it's available on One Mother, Android, iOS, all of the platforms, all of the cell phones, pretty much. If you want to be guided by this experience, you can. I'm making that available. Alternatively, I'll describe a very condensed version here. The 3 problematic areas, vibrationally, energetically, look like the 3 hooks that parts of you are literally hanging on like an old coat. Pardon this analogy, this is one being shown. I'm just transmitting what my guides are showing me. In the morning, this is probably best done in the morning, the day off. All of this portal is going to be open you guys for like at least 8 days. So 4 days prior and 4 days after, which is pretty lengthy. Usually we see 3 days before and after. This one is like longer. They're giving you more time to actually figure out what the issues are. So in the visualization state, like in a meditative state, if you will, you would close your eyes and you would see 3 versions of you being hung. Like literally they're like on like little hangers, like they're just hanging. And like it's like these parts of you that are like trying to run, but they're hung up they're not upside down, but they're hung up in the air, and so they cannot really move on. And so what I invite you to do is go one by one and diagnose what those issues are. And so like you just observe this first version of you, this first part of you that cannot move forward. And then you just ask the universe, like, what is this issue that I'm being shown? What is this issue that I'm seeing? And then write it down in your journal, because journaling is really, really important the day of. If you find a pattern, call it, I don't know, greed is a pattern. And you think it may be just this, like with a pattern from this lifetime, but most likely it was a pattern from way back when. And then journaling around that pattern, right, could also be therapeutic. And then you go pattern by pattern. So there are like 3 total, right? You will be able to diagnose yourself what that is. I'm getting like a little bit of a feedback loop from the collective of like, Mariya, how do we know what the issues are? Once you are able to visualize a part of you literally hanging on a little hook, unable to move forward, when you look at yourself in the meditative state, in that picture, in that image, you're going to know what is this one thing that has been holding you back? What is this toxic pattern? What is this thing that you can no longer, like you feel like you cannot escape from? The next premise is this. So you do the journaling, right? Like you diagnose what are the 3 parts that need to be released, or the 3 parts of you, I guess, that need to be released, and really patterns. You want to allow yourself to receive the white codes. They look like white light, and it's literally streaming from source consciousness or God, goddess, however you want to describe that. And it's very interesting because usually I see color white, for instance, it just looks like white light. This is not it. What they're showing me is literally like it looks like codes, like little symbols of white streaming down to earth. Have you guys seen the movie The Matrix? They have this green code traveling from like up and down to the screen. That is what it looks like, but instead of green, it looks like white. And there's so much of it, it's so dense that if you were to zoom out, it would look like just a stream of energy. That is what the codes are that is streaming down on 1212. That's what they look like. Energetically. So what you want to do is you want to imagine that you have a receptacle. And that receptacle is like, it looks like a big, you can imagine an empty bowl of something. And that bowl, like if you were sitting down, it would be smack on your lap. And first you want to you want to allow these codes to aggregate there. And then imagine putting that container onto the earth, and then drop yourself into that container that has been filled with these codes, and then allow the codes to work within your body. And we're not done yet. It's actually very important to imagine, picture, and receive the codes in that same meditation. So the one that you do in the morning, or whenever you do that, where you have 3 versions of yourself that are strung up on hooks. Imagine that this curtain of like white codes is just streaming down on the first version of you. And then notice how the hook upon which you're being hung, essentially, right? Or upon which you're hanging, just watch how that dissolves. And all of a sudden, light is going to help you be released. And then that same white light is going to transform this version of you that has been a victim to the pattern, to the toxic pattern. And as that version of you receives the white codes, it's going to be transformed. And it's going to be transformed into something beautiful. And just watch the transformation, and then do that for the second and the third version of you. When I guide you in the One Mother app, if you were interested to go through that experience with me, it's going to be a much more expanded and elaborate version of this meditation with some surprises on top. But this is the best that I could describe for you very quickly over the course of this video of what you could do yourself. Let's see, what else? Because there are usually foods that could help you with that. They're showing me a lot of foods that are usually like anti-parasitic in nature. They're showing me ginger. So like hot ginger tea with lemon and honey is really, really good that day. They're showing me garlic. They're showing me onions. They're showing me horseradish. So all of the things are kind of like a little bit on the spicier side that the parasites don't really love. All of these things are going to help kind of like the shedding on the physical side. And like it's almost like you're like removing things that no longer belong in your body. So it is a portal of light and darkness. It is the portal of black and white in like a little bit of a polarizing portal, but it's also a very, very healing portal because you are finally coming to terms with the trauma the way that it has happened. And you're finally able to be released and liberated. And the codes of liberation are sparkling white. And I'm seeing all of the beautiful people who are watching this video who are actually going to follow along with the meditation. It's like you develop this cloak of white light, and that would be freedom. That for you would represent the ability to do what you came here to do and do what you want to do without being held back by your own patterns, by your own demons, if you will. And that is just a beautiful way to walk. And it just sets you up for the future in such beautiful and meaningful ways. What else? They're showing me all kinds of like fire activating energies as far as foods. So things like a cinnamon stick, just put that in your tea or cacao. They're showing me cloves. They're showing me anise. They're showing me cardamom. All of that can be put in drinks. Turmeric shots, golden lattes, anything that's turmeric related is really, really good. It's going to really help bring in the light into your body and really help you release the darkness. In terms of activity, you guys, cardio is good for the day. Literally, cardio is good. Anything that gets your heart going, like running, right? Dancing, like fast dancing, jumping jacks, even competitive sports. That really is good, believe it or not, for shedding. And I can't believe I'm saying that because usually with portal days, it's like, take it easy, take a bath. And this one is like, no, go do boxing. But that's what it feels like get active. You really want to like shake things up. So that's really, really good on that day. Wearing color black, interestingly, or white really amplifies the energies of the portal, black or white. If you can wear half black, half white, get bonus points. What else? Journaling, like I said, is really, really good. Ritual fires. Ooh, so good. Or burning anything in the fire is really, really good that day. Like if you have a little of a bonfire action going on, feel free to write down all of the things that you want to release and burn that in the fire. On that day, particularly 12/12, it's going to be like massively activating and massively releasing. Same thing, like even if you don't have like a bonfire, not everybody does, like even burning something on a little candle can be super cool. It can be very, very healing. Again, just write down all the things that you want to release, any harshness, any patterns that no longer serve you, and like burn that. That's going to be very beautiful. Warm water instead of cold water. So warm water really helps prep you for the rituals, really helps get the energy going in the right way. So warm drinks for that day. What else? Warm foods too. Soup. I don't know why they're showing me soup, but I guess soup is a comfort food. But again, also really, really helpful on that portal day. What else do I need to tell you about 12/12? You got this. That's the most important part. And again, don't miss out on the portal because I do not see the frequency of energies with the particular, or I should say the caliber of energies that are streaming down on that particular day too often. So it's like a very unique window of opportunity. And that's why I was saying that it feels like the doors are about to close on this because it's not going to be a forever thing. And it is such a unique opportunity to just get all of the old stuff over with and just like remove the dirt, cleanse, and be like a perfect little snowflake. Oh, one last thing that I'm going to mention, and it doesn't have to be the day of 12/12, can be 4 days prior, 4 days after. Anything that has to do with like a sauna or a steam room, a temazcal, anything where you have heat, like a spa kind of thing where there is heat, is really, really healthy because you're going to sweat out some of that residual stuff that you won't be able to maybe get out through just meditating and stuff. So that's going to be really good. I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments how this is landing. If you have already done the diagnostic, even as I was talking about the 3 things that you want to release, tell me what those are. I'm super, super excited. Don't forget One Mother app. Don't forget about Sedona. I do hope to see you there. And if you're meant to be there, you know who you are. Sending you so much love. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.